Hey guys, how's it going? Hey everybody, Greg Height. I am in the middle of a monsoon driving to a game, and wanted to do another episode of the pregame. Today I want to talk about faceoffs, really important part of the game, one of the more critical parts of the game, and it's one of the few times we actually know what's about to happen, right? So you know what a guy needs to do. He's got to be parallel and up to the line. Both hands need to be on the ground. All the fingers need to be wrapped around the cross. You need to be touching the ground. The hand closest to the throat needs to be in the palm up position, right? And everything needs to be to the left of the head, right? This year we are not moving on the face-off, so gone are the days when we back out as if we had just lit a stick of dynamite. You want to get to a position where you can see what's happening. You can be straight on, you can be at a 45-degree angle, or you can be down the line. Couple of critical things in, again, we're talking federation rules. You want to make sure that both guys aren't looking at the same thing. So if you are down the line, your helper should probably be looking through the neutral zone, right? So make sure you're communicating that to your lead left. Look, I will say probably the most important thing to do to make your face-offs go smoothly is to have a pregame conference with your Fogos, right? You want to set expectations. They may not know. You may have the third string face-off guy, right? You don't know that this guy knows what he's doing, so don't assume that he knows what he's doing. Have the pregame face-off. Get everybody on the same page. I don't adjust guys, right? We have a meeting. There's a PowerPoint. There's donuts, there's coffee, right? We'll do an icebreaker. It's a real meeting. I will clearly say, put the ball in the center of your cross. Line up correctly. If you do that, and the other guy doesn't, I'm going to give you the ball. Okay? Remember, if you do have a violation, you want to make sure you don't blow your whistle, because they'll start, battling each other. Just have them stand up. It's hard to do. But it's something that you can work on. That's a good thing if you want to make it to the next level, to start really managing those face-offs smoothly. Remember, you don't need to scream and yell. There's only two guys. They're literally 2 feet away from you, so you don't got to scream. You don't want to bait anybody into it. I like to talk about the circle of trust. If people at the Face-Off X have problems with me or with each other, we talk about it right there. Right? I don't want people 30, 40, 50 yards away screaming at me about what I'm doing or not doing, or what, this player says. They can tell me, and I will ask them repeatedly during the contest, everybody good? Anything we can do better? Right? Because sometimes it is you that screws it up, or one of your crewmates that screws it up, right? And you want to identify that and fix it. Right? Face-offs are possessions. Possessions equal scoring opportunities equal goals. Goals win games, right? This is something we cannot screw up. Make sure, if you are a helper, that you are not outside the girls' circle. You should be like 5 to 7 yards away. If you're further than that, you really can't see anything. There are exceptions to this, of course. If you have 9 seconds on the clock in a 1-goal game, right? You probably want to put guys at the corner of the boxes so that they can get to whatever goal you're going to. That's important. But that's the exception to the rule. And so we want to make sure that, that helper's in there tight, right? Remember, if you're the wing official on a face-off, you've really got to manage the whole field, right? Don't point the ready signal if the field's not ready, okay? All right, let's talk about the face-off, right? If you lose the clamp, it is really hard to do anything legal other than kind of give it up, right? The exception to the holding rule is that you cannot hold within 5 yards of a loose ball on a face-off, right? You can do that anywhere else on the field, but you can't do it on the face-off. So it is important to make sure that you're looking for that, right? The first move has got to be to the ball. You can't just body check a guy. So you should be watching that. As the face-off official, I'm really looking, my eyes are zeroed in as I blow the whistle on the heads of the crosses. I'm looking for flinches. I'm looking for, who's going early. If you're leaning, if you're rolling into it. I like my helper to be looking at that first move to the ball or the body. Like, what are they doing? Okay, we should not be looking at the same things. Once the face-off kind of begins, you might have to rotate, but do a good job of generally floating towards your goal and towards your sideline if you're the helper, and floating back towards the far sideline if you're the single. Okay, we've got to be ready for play going in any direction. I like to yell balls away when the ball squirts out, because I'm telling myself, look, the face-off is over. Okay, we're just playing lacrosse now, so those random exceptions about not being able to hold while you're in the thick of it, they don't apply anymore. Right, things that end a face-off: possession. All three officials should give the possession signal, right? And we should loudly yell possession, because that releases those players from the defensive restraining line. We've really got to train ourselves as the wing guy, the lead right. You've really got to watch that, because the other two guys are pretty zeroed in on what's happening on the face-off. And so it often will be that lead right official that can make that call. Remember, you can't exchange guys from in between the restraining lines with a guy behind the restraining line until you have possession. They can substitute off, but you can't exchange guys. If the ball goes out in between the restraining lines and you know who it's off of, the face-off has ended. People can freely substitute outside the defensive restraining line. Okay? If you've got guys who the ball goes off somebody and you don't know who it went off of, you're going to reface. Okay? If the ball crosses the defensive restraining line, we are going to yell play and give the wind signal. And we want to do this really loudly. We're letting everybody know the face-off is over. If we have a flag, a time-serving foul, the face-off is over. Okay? Loose ball push or a loose ball technical foul, the face-off is not ended, right? It will end on the whistle resuming play. So if you are the lead left or the lead right, you want to turn and give everybody a, hey, you cannot substitute, gentlemen. And the single's going to take that restart, right? Hey, word to the wise, right? If you've got a violation, if you've got a flag, if somebody's doing something that you don't like, you want to be the guy to rotate over to make sure that those coaches know. You don't have to tell the head coach, right? You can tell the face-off coach, right? You can tell an assistant coach and say, all right, guys, this is what he's doing. He's not putting the ball in the center of the cross. He's putting it in his throat, or his back hand's at a 45-degree angle off the line. His foot is right behind the head of the cross. These are all things that you can relay, and you don't want to play telephone with this, right? You want to be the guy that calmly goes over there, explains what happened so that they can make that adjustment, right? Again, face-offs are a really critical part of the game. So do your best to see what's going on, and to let everybody know what's happening. It's something that will separate you as an official kind of moving forward. Hey, if you like this stuff, share it with folks, let people know, leave comments, and really hope that my blathering and rambling can maybe help some guys. And again, if you got questions, if you want to do stuff, just let us know. Thanks, guys.